Good morning, what's shaking, what's happening? Welcome back to Tasty Bites Timeless Travels. Today is day 7 of our Wonder of the Seas cruise, which means it's the last day. And this last day, it's going to be a pool day and some sea day activities. Come join us. Now I'm in the Central Park area here. On board, I decided to swing by Park Cafe, get some breakfast. Wasn't feeling a big breakfast today. There was a time change last night, so back on Eastern Standard Time. So the ship's a little sleepy this morning, but we wanted to get up to get some good pool chairs. We're only going to spend about a half a day at the pool. We've got a special lunch today at Hooked, and then there's some musical high school group performers or something. They're out of Jacksonville, so we thought we'd go see them because, you know, that was me in high school and college. I was a band nerd, so gotta love those things. And then I don't know what else we're doing today, but I'm sure we'll find a lot to do. So, see, when I had to go get our pool chairs. So I need to eat this little veggie burrito thing that I got. Doesn't look all that great, but it'll probably get the job done. And then get to some relaxing. So let's go. All right, the outside seating was already cut through, so we decided to hit the Solarium today. Now, we're not necessarily fans of the Solariums in the Oasis class ships, especially this one. It's all enclosed, but if all the seating that we wanted to sit at, which was those riser seatings, if they're all taken except for the other side, and the wind is blowing today, it's a short pool day for us, so we're just going to do the Solarium. What's weird is the Solarium Bistro is not open for breakfast. It's listed as having a brunch today, so just see how that goes. All right, so I know we're doing a no-frills Wonder Cruise, but we couldn't pass up an excellent deal to eat at Hooked for lunch. I think I paid a whopping $30 for the two of us to eat this lunch. Now, the Hooked lunch menu is very evasive, trying to find like a current copy of it. It has steak and lobster on it. It did not have steak and lobster on it 2 years ago when we ate here. So, now I'm not a big fan of lobster, so I'm not getting that, but it's just interesting. And then I thought they had soft shell crabs, but they've been pulled off the menu. But they still have a really good clam chowder, so it's all good. But they moved the coconut shrimp on the menu. But it should be a really great lunch. Now, it is kind of loud because it's all like tile, and then the Solarium is kind of under us. But another benefit is C can use her diamond drinks for some oyster shooters. So still going with that no-frills concept to just a little teeny tiny splurge on our no-frills cruise. But let's see what we're getting. All right, starting off with some biscuits. Now, C cannot have these, so I get to have hers also. So score for me. I don't remember. They're not quite like Red Lobster, but they should be good. C starting off with her 4 oyster shooters. Now, we are kind of confused if this was 1 diamond drink or 4 diamond drinks, but we'll find out when the bill comes. But I don't eat oysters, but she says these look great, so bottoms up.
It's cold.
All right, so C is started with the hand-shucked oysters. It is a half dozen oysters with all the little accompaniments. These look really good if you like oysters, which I do not, but she loves them. And then, you know her, she cannot resist a chance to get a shrimp cocktail. And that is a big shrimp cocktail. Good Lord, that would fill me up already before the meal. Mine hasn't come yet, so we gotta wait on mine. All right, mine just came, and the bowl's a little too hot for C to spin, so we'll spin the camera, but I got the clam chowder, and I got the large bowl, because I didn't even know there's different size bowls, but looking good. All right, entrees have arrived. C got the sea bass, which is one of their fresh catches of the day, with some nice veggies. She looks slightly healthy with her lunch today. And then for sides, we got corn on the cob and coleslaw. I feel like they made this corn dairy-free for C, even though I was the one who ordered it.
No, there's butter on it.
Oh, there's butter on there? Okay, so I'm the only one eating corn, but then coleslaw. And then I got the and C can't reach it because the table's so big, but I got the messy fish sandwich, which is just like a fried fish sandwich and some chips, but looks good. I'm going to need to check my arteries at the end of this meal, though, because this was very indulgent. All right, dessert time. They didn't have anything so you could have, so I went ahead and ordered the lemon tart. This looks different than the last time, but I'm sure it's still pretty good. If it's anything like last time, it's very sour, and I really only had a few bites, but let's give it a go. All right, update. We decided to hit up Windjammer because my lemon tart was too tart, and discovered that it's a seafood buffet today, and their own little version of like a cake me away like Holland. So check out what I got. Strawberry cheesecake, a chocolate cake, and a strawberry shortcake. These look beautiful. Now, probably not going to eat it all. Still kind of full, but we've never seen this on Royal. But I know with the new ships, the Icon and Utopia, they've been doing a seafood buffet a lot. So they must have like brought it down to wonder for the last day, because they are reminding everyone 10 out of 10 on those surveys. So I guess this is a way to make sure people leave happy. Unlike the Holland Cake Me Away, there was no vegan cakes for C to get anything, but she found some berry compote and some sprinkles, and she does like the berry compote from the pies and stuff, and they're typically dairy-free, so she found her something sweet, so don't worry, her sweetness will get refilled today, too. Woo! All right, let's talk about the day. We're in the Crown Lodge at the moment, so everything was packed today, except the Solarium. The Solarium didn't get busy until after lunch, but the main pools were busy. Very windy day, too. There's a lot of families on this cruise, which makes sense of why the main pools got packed and not the Solarium, because we've definitely seen it the other way around before, too. All right, lunch hooked delicious. It was a lot of food, but our server wasn't the greatest. I think he kept forgetting he had a dairy allergy, because then he started suggesting to her to get the clam chowder and the ice cream for dessert, which was strange. But nonetheless, the food was delicious. Great surprise at the Windjammer Buffet that we went to after. So good time. And then the school performance thing. It was actually a dance company, which we're not super into, and they were like, they did one big performance, but it included their very advanced people and their very beginner people, so it was kind of weird to see them on the stage together, because it didn't make it tight and cohesive, except when it was just the advanced people. They were really good. So we only stayed for a couple songs and left. That was pretty much, that was our day. There's a lot of music going on tonight, so we definitely want to catch those. But first, let's hit up Windjammer for dinner. It's Indian night, and neither of us like Indian food, so let's see what we find to eat. All right. I think I probably got the most American food I could find on Indian night, because Indian's just not a cuisine I can get into. It's tough for me. So this is what I got. And since he's not here, so I gotta spin my own plates. So they had a sweet potato corn chowder, which doesn't look as good as Holland's, but I'm sure it's going to be delicious. And then for a very plain Jane plate of food, a hot dog, mashed potatoes and gravy, french fries, a grilled chicken breast. They do have steak tonight, and a couple little chicken nuggets. It's a lot of carbs, but this is what I got. We go back to cooking again tomorrow, so thank goodness, because this has been an interesting week for food, is what I've realized thinking back of what we've gotten. Not as many vegetables as I would have hoped. I've had a few salads, and they've had some grilled vegetables, but nothing really inventive for vegetables that have really enticed me. All right, Sia's back. She found a tomato, onion, cucumber salad. I'm going to have to go back and look for this, because that looks really refreshingly good. And for her main stuff, they have chicken wings on the buffet tonight. So she got some chicken wings and some sauces, and a non-dairy loaded baked potato. So just the chives and the bacon bits, no butter or sour cream, obviously, for her. But once again, another plain Jane American plate. All right, so second round for C is some rigatoni with some marinara and some looks like some basil and stuff on it. It looks really pretty. And then she also went and got herself a little steak and some olives and the smallest asparagus I have ever seen in my life. Look at how cute and tiny this asparagus is. It's adorbs. So I gotta go back and find these vegetables she's finding. I'm not savvy in the buffet like her, apparently. All right, I went back and got a little bit of salad and some tomato, onion, cucumber salad and a roll, because I wanted something fresh, and I was staring at C stuff, so just went and got my own. She wouldn't share. And I also haven't said this in a bit, but I think I get the pretty plate of the night. All right, it is dessert time, and they had fresh made crepes tonight, so I had to get me one. There's chocolate sauce, whipped cream, there's Oreos inside too. Look at that side shot. And then, sorry, see about threw that one in my lap. And then I also got one of their lemon cookies because I do love their lemon cookies. So, refilling my sweetness. We are going to call it a night here on Wonder of the Seas, our 7th and final night of this cruise. What a great night it was. We had dinner at Windjammer. It was okay. It was Indian night, and I will tell you, either you really like Indian food or you don't. And if you like Indian food, it's good to take a cruise because it's some of the best is what I've heard. But personal observations of things that I saw, either the person's plate was loaded with Indian food or it had 0 on it. One of the longest lines at the buffet tonight was actually the grill section. They had steak, they had chicken wings, they had some sort of like garlic shrimp. That had a line all night. Plus the crepes had a line all night. But Indian food you could walk up and get. But there was definitely a lot of people eating it. So it was an interesting combination. Rest of the night we went and saw some live music. Now I will tell you this. This entertainment schedule has been adjusted more than any cruise I've ever been on, I think. Part of it has been the weather. Obviously, the Aqua Theater, when it's bad weather, it can't go. We were amazed that the show that we got to see went on. I truly thought it was going to get canceled, but it went on. But apparently, the effectors had to be rescheduled also. So it's weird. Every time we look at the app, something gets taken off, something gets added. Sees in the Facebook group for this cruise, and people have talked about it in the Facebook group for it also, that the entertainment's been kind of rough. Tonight, we were going to go see the High Seas Orchestra because it was like an Earth, Wind, and Fire show. It was scheduled to be in the music hall, which is down the hall from us. It's one of our favorite venues that we visited this trip. It got moved to the Promenade. Wasn't on the app anywhere. Wasn't on the schedule anywhere. I heard it, and that's why I was like, oh, it must have gotten moved over here, because we couldn't understand where it was. But they were really good. But then when we went back to the music hall, they had something called Rock-a-Roki. So it was live band karaoke. That was interesting. Now, we do like to go to the karaoke shows, but I will tell you, with this ship, the venue was just super small, so we never got to really go enjoy it. But this was in the music hall, and I don't think a lot of people realized what it was. It wasn't busy, to the point that it didn't sound like they actually even had enough people sign up, but they did. But it was interesting. So it was definitely a whole lot of kids there, because, those are treated like a family karaoke. So I didn't get a whole lot of film because I feel awkward filming children, especially children that have nothing to do with me. But there was this one kid, he slayed. Oh my goodness, he was so good. He did Firework, and he closed with Uptown Funk, and he had the entire room going. He was probably like 7 years old. He was really good. But an interesting time. We were going to stick around and hear their next set, but it was running late. They kind of come and go as they please is what I've noticed. And we said, you know what, we're just going to go back to the room. It's the last night. We still need to finish packing up, which is weird. It was a very short cruise for us after the long one, but we do need to pack and get ready for the drive back home tomorrow. So we decided to call it an early night. But it's been a good time. I don't know why I said but. I don't have another but. It's been a great time. So make sure you hit that notification button, like, subscribe, and all that fun social stuff to keep following us along. As tomorrow we do our debarkation and give you our final thoughts. And we keep taking adventures around the world. One port, one stop, one restaurant, or whatever at a time. Have a great night. Bye.